Go check out today's sponsor, GrailRewards.com. Be a hero. Get a Grail. Yo, what's up YouTube? It's Edwin, the Comic Jabroni, coming at you. Today is Monday morning, the 29th of April of 2019. And I'm bringing you a video today on a flea market haul that I got yesterday. If you follow me on Instagram, you know in my stories I talked about actually working at a flea market yesterday. A friend of mine who I've talked about many of times on here, and I've gotten so many awesome books from him. He hit me up earlier in the week and said, "Hey man, I opened up a shop at the flea market. He is selling his collection and he wanted my help." He had opened it up about 2 weeks prior, and for him by himself, it was just too much. There was too much chaos, and he was worried about getting ripped off, getting stolen, not being able to see exactly everybody that was around. So he hit me up and he said, "Hey man, if you want to come out and help me out, just be my other set of eyes. I can either pay you in cash or I can just pay you in comic books," because he knows that I'm looking for comics and he knows exactly what I'm looking for. So I told him, "Heck yeah, man, I'll be out there to help you." And he said, "Hey, yeah, Sunday, just be out there around 8:15 to help me set up, and I'm usually gone by 1. So I was like, "Yeah, dude, 4.5 hours, I can do that too, easy." So I showed up and I wanted to take video because I had been thinking and I'd been asking him, "Hey, how about we do some boxes, right? Everybody's doing mystery boxes, and he's got a ton of stuff. He's got like 40 to 50,000 comics." And I wanted to get out there and I wanted to record video before everybody really dug deep into the boxes that he had for sale that day. But there was a line already of people wanting to get to the boxes that he had brought out. So I really didn't get a chance to record anything. I did record some stuff, and I'll post those videos up here. A lot of slabs. He had a table of just dollar books, which in my opinion you'll see today, and I'll tell you which ones were the dollar books. They weren't dollar books, and he was selling them all for $1, did not care. Then on the other side, he had the more expensive stuff, 5, 10, 20, some stuff up to 40. He had a lot of slabs that he's selling. And you might wonder to yourself, why is this guy getting out of the comic collecting world? And he has been doing this for over 40 years, right? He's got somewhere around 50,000 comic books. And last year before the Comic-Con, he got really scared because somebody else had sold their collection off and got nothing as far as money-wise of what the collection was worth. So it really made him nervous that, if something ever happened to him and his wife and his kids had to sell it, his collection would go for pennies. And he didn't want that to happen. So what he decided to do was really slim down his collection to 100 to 150 books, right? His favorite books that he will not ever sell. This guy has Amazing Fantasy 15. He has Spider-Man. He has the whole run of Spider-Man. 1 through 150 are all slabs. So, he's gonna break the collection down to 100, 150 books. But I'm happy to take a lot of those books off of him, and obviously a lot of other people at the flea market were as well. So I worked with him for about 4.5 hours. I got home around 1, and he said, "Hey, listen, when you get here and when we're putting the boxes out, just go through them really quick before everybody else can really get to them, and just pick stuff out that you want, and we'll talk about what we'll do afterwards." I said, okay. He had a special Batman box out there for me that he wasn't going to sell to anybody else, just for me to look through and pick through. He said, go through the dollar bins, go through the slabs, grab whatever you want, and we'll talk about it later. So let's get into what did I get as far as payment, right? I can't say that these were free because I paid with my time being out there, which was fun. I had a great time. I was his muscle. I got to talk to a lot of different collectors that I'd never really met before. A lot of conversations. It was a good time. Let's get into it. First, we're going to start with independence. First independent book that I got. This is from Scout Comics, The Mall, #1. This is heated up pretty big here recently. This is the variant cover. This is the 1 in 10 variant. So gave me that. Next up, he gave me a series. Actually, let's show this one. This is from Aftershock. This is Dark Arc #1. I know a lot of people have been talking about this. It's pretty good. Don't know. I'm gonna read that one later on today. And then he gave me a series. This isn't one that I had actually picked up, during the day. And then he was going through his dollar bins. He was like, Edwin, you should take this, man. This is a really good series, and nobody's picking it up. You can have it. And that is American Monster, and it's a 6-part miniseries. And this is American Monster #1, and this is also from Aftershock. There's American Monster #2. This is my favorite of the 6 covers. That's #3. I don't know anything about this series. It's done by Brian Azzarello, which you guys know he's on. He did the Batman Damned. He's done a lot of great work. There's #4, and these were all in his dollar. All of these were in his dollar bins, guys. That Mall, Dark Arc, this whole American Monster run. This is all in his dollar bins. There's #5 and there's #6. So got those. Those are the independent books that I grabbed off of him. Let's get into Marvel. I will say that I did get one slab. It is it's a book that I've been looking for forever. I'm gonna save that for the end. Let's get into Marvel. These again were all in his dollar bins except for 1 or 2, and I'll tell you which ones they are. This is a newer book, War of the Realms, that J. Scott Campbell, that came out a few weeks ago. That was in the dollar bins. I took that. Here's another one that was in the dollar bins. Avengers No Surrender 682. This is the second print variant with Immortal Hulk on there. That's a book that I did not have that I knew I wanted. We got Exiles #3. Beautiful homage cover with Peggy Carter on there, that cartoon Wolverine. And I don't know this other character, but that's #3. That's a pretty hot book right now too, because it shows Peggy Carter as the Captain America. And while I was there, I picked up the variant to that one. So here it is, Exiles #3, the variant. This is actually on the Hot Top 10 a couple weeks ago. So decided to take that. Those were all in the dollar bins, guys. This was another one in the dollar bins. This is my second copy of this. Bill Sienkiewicz cover. Moon Knight #29. Awesome black cover with the wolf on there. Couldn't pass that up, guys. Could not. It's got some dings, but you know what? For $1, you can't beat it. Another dollar book, All New Wolverine #2, first appearance of Honey Badger. I'd been looking for this book for a long, long time. After really the news broke out that like Honey Badger was going to be a really big character, I tried to go back to go get it. They were all gone. I had like 2 copies of #1, but yeah, #2 I could never find. Here's another one. I'm gonna take these off. So I'll leave that. All New Wolverine #2. That's an awesome book to have. That was in the dollar bins, guys. Here's another one in the dollar bins. Miles Morales, The Ultimate Spider-Man #1. This is his first series. You guys know I absolutely love Miles Morales as Spider-Man. That's an awesome character. And this is really sweet cover with his back turned like that. Yeah, really nice. And these were the 2 books that weren't in the dollar bins, okay? So first up, we got X-23 #1. This is her first series after NYX. This series right here, I think it's a 5 or 6 part series, gives you the backstory on who Laura Kinney is, right? How she's a clone. What is her connection to? What's her connection to Wolverine? This is a hot book right now. Obviously, NYX #3 is like a $1,000 book. I can't afford that. He has it, but he's not selling that one. But he decided to sell X-23 #1, so I took that. And really nice, Amazing Spider-Man #410. There's that for you. You got that Carnage Spider-Man on there, and it is a newsstand. I love it. He had like 5 copies of this just in his. They were like the $5. I know it says 20, but this dude was. Obviously it's like when you go to a flea market, you go anywhere where you're buying a bunch of comics to like a con and you buy a bunch of them, like it could say 20, but if you get like 10, 15, 20 books, dude, he was knocking this down to like $5. Here, you can $5. Bam, take it. So he only had 1 newsstand copy, so I decided, let me get the newsstand. I'm such a fan of these newsstand variants. I wanted to grab those. So let's get into DC, man. That was Independence and Marvel. DC is where I grabbed the bulk of what I wanted. I obviously knew He had some really nice DC stuff. So let's get into that. First up, modern book, Old Lady Harley, number 5. This is a hot book, selling for like $80. Gave that to me. I think Perry Comics was talking about how he had like 5 or 6 of them, and it paid for his new microphone. As you guys know, I'm looking for like first appearance of Bat family members and along those lines. So here is one for you. This is Suicide Squad number 23. That is the first cameo appearance of Barbara Gordon as the Oracle. So I took that one. I also grabbed Suicide Squad number 48. Really nice cover with the Joker and Oracle on there. This right here is kind of the origin of the Oracle. And it talks about, this is what brings the Killing Joke into the DC continuity. And this copy is super clean too, man. It is just pristine. This guy took care of his comics. So happy about that. Absolutely love it. And while I was there, I grabbed Suicide Squad number 49. Bam! Barbara Gordon Oracle on there on the cover. Got that revolver. Absolutely love it. You could see he had $40 on these, man. $40, but dude, he was selling. He's trying to sell. He's not like those retailers or those guys that are at the flea market that just up their prices so much that those books are gonna sit there and not ever sell. He is pricing his books to sell. Picked up these two. He had them. He said he grabbed them. He didn't really want them. Naomi number 2 and number 3. The final printings. I wasn't able to grab any of those this week, so he said, here, man, you can have these. So that's nice to have. More printings of that. Here is Action Comics 775, first appearance of Manchester Black, a book that I'd been looking for a long time. He had it in the dollar bins. I'll take it. Another one. So let's get into the Batman books. He had that Batman long box that I was talking about, and he said, Edwin, just go through it, pick out the books that you want. And he had so much stuff in there, man, and I felt so bad. Just grab, like, I would have taken the whole long box, but you know, I didn't want to do that to him. He's a really good friend of mine. But you know, I grabbed some books that I really wanted. As far as Dark Knight, here you go. That's book number 3 or book number 2. This is book number 2. I've got 1, 3, and 4. So this completes my run of the Dark Knight. Frank Miller work on there. Super happy to have that. I had gotten number 1, 1, 3, and 4 a long time ago, and just never had a chance to get book 2. And there you go. There's book 2 now. Grabbed a couple Silver Age books. Here's Detective Comics 381. Love me some Silver Age, man. Batman covers. Love that. Another Silver Age. I think this is my second copy of this. I'm pretty sure it is. World's Finest 177. You got Lex Luthor and Joker on there. Absolutely love that. I think it is my second copy of that book, but you can never have too many copies of Silver Age Joker covers. Remember that. Next up, definitely my second copy of this. I love Red Hood. Probably, as far as the Robins go, I've said before, he is probably my second favorite, like, Robin Bat family member, Red Hood. First up is Damian Wayne. That guy, incredible character. But here's Batman Annual number 25. That right there is kind of like the origin of Red Hood. Like, how was he able to, you know, come back to life? What happened? That is my second copy. That's a beautiful jock cover as well. Here's another jock cover. This is Batman 650. Nothing key, just a jock cover right there. And it's a newsstand. I didn't even notice that. Gosh, Lee. All right, we got Batman 656. That is the first full appearance of Damian Wayne. Second copy of that one. Can never have enough copies of Damian Wayne key issues. This is 657. This is Damian Wayne's first cover appearance. That is my second copy of that. I know that for sure. And 658. I want to say this is my first Andy Kubert cover. These have all been Andy Kubert's. 658. This right here. Just another Damian Wayne book. And you guys know that I am looking for DC Universe logos. and he had one. Out of everything that I looked through, he had one, and that is Wonder Woman number 88. And I want to say that this is a Bolin. That's a Bolin cover right there with the DC Universe logo. Absolutely love that. And there's a slab, guys. So, I wanted to go through those boxes and take video and send it to you guys, so all of you really had a chance. Because, it's not fair, right? A lot of you don't live here in San Antonio and don't get a chance to go through this man's collections to pick out the books that you want. So what I wanted to do, as far as Comic Karma goes, is go through his boxes, take video, and send it out to the community. And if you guys wanted some of this stuff, you could have said, hey, Edwin, tell him, pull these books for me, and I would have got a box together. But there was a line of people that wanted to go through it, and I didn't even get a chance to go through every one of the boxes because they were sold. He was selling stuff, man. With the dollar boxes, it was you buy 10, you take another 5 for free. If you get a whole long box full, he was gonna sell it for like $60. It was just giving stuff away. He wants to sell his collection. But the one slab that I knew I wanted out of everything he had, and he had so many slabs that were just, he had an Iron Man 55 First Thanos priced at $250, and I probably could have bought it for $200. Which you're gonna say, Edwin, you're a dumbass, you should have bought that. But it wasn't really a book that I wanted. But this one is super low grade. It is a purple restored grade. I don't care. This is an iconic cover, absolutely beautiful. I wonder if you guys know it by that back cover. And that is Silver Surfer number 4. It is a 1.0. I absolutely do not care. The restoration on it includes moderate amount of color touch on cover, and there's tape on cover and interior. 1.0 off-white to white pages. Which is insane for a 1.0, right? Off-white, it's not cream or anything like that. Brittle pages, off-white to white. 1.0, but there's nothing wrong with this cover, though. There's no, like, rips. There's no chunks taken out of it. The spine is, it's beat up, but I love it for this cover. This is an amazing cover with Silver Surfer and Thor on there, on this, on the Rainbow Road, as I like to call it, from Super Mario Kart. But I was just so happy when I saw it in there. I was like, Alan, I'm taking this one. So, what did I pay for all of this? All of this here. What did I pay? Nothing, guys. He, at the very end, he said, Edwin, just, whatever you grab, because throughout the day I was grabbing books and putting it in the front seat of his car. And he's like, dude, I just appreciate you being out here, man. As you could tell, there was just so much. I couldn't do this by myself. So, for being out here, just being a good friend, just thanks, dude. And he gave me all of this, and he gave me a short box so I could put it all in to take home. So, I wouldn't say it was free. I didn't get it for free because I went out there and I spent my time, 4.5 hours. But it was well worth it, guys. I think for everything that I grabbed, it was well worth it. And he said, dude, next time I come out here, I'm going to text you so you can be out here again. So there's more opportunity for me to be out there again to grab more books. This is Comic Karma. I do these giveaways to the community because I want to send books out to you guys. And I believe in Comic Karma. The Comic Karma gods smiled on me, right? So I'm just so happy. I was so excited to come home, and I showed my wife these books, and this is incredible, guys, and I can't wait to go out there. What I will do, though, is I am going to go to his house, and I'm going to record video, because I keep talking to him about getting some boxes together to send out to the community, cheap, like $10, probably get you 15 to 20 books, and I'm going to keep talking to him. Stay tuned. I'm going to make this work. As far as what's going on with the rest of the week, tomorrow, buy your pass with New Comic Book Day. Saturday Friday, I've got my comic book reviews with the Comic Jabroni live premiere. And my giveaway, guys, this is the last week. It's going to end on the 6th. So all you do is just go to that video right there, like, subscribe, and comment I want in on that video. So this is a little bit longer, but thank you for sticking around and watching this all. And I will see you guys next time, okay? Peace.